You were just telling me about some nice memories that you had of when there used to be a lot of foot traffic and how people would stop into your mother's for a glass of water or something.
Yes, yeah,
And
that's
you were
true.
telling me about the big store there that used
Oh
to
yes,
cause a lot of foot traffic.
Nuke's store was a big store. Christmas was a delight up there. They had what they called a showroom. And as kids, we thought it was the ultimate in the stores. Of course it wasn't, but we thought so.
Yeah, for sure.
But I remember one day, Mom was looking out through the window, and this lady who would come a fair distance to pick up her groceries, she had it in plastic, in paper bags.
Yeah.
And just as she got past our house, one of her bags broke. And as she was frantically trying to gather it all up, the other one broke as well. Mm. So she took off her coat and tried to wrap her things in her coat. And Mom happened to be looking through the window at the time, like I said, and she went out anyway and asked her if she'd like to come in the house and she'd see what she could find for her. Mm. So this lady went in the house. Mom got her a cup of tea and tried to warm her up. She was freezing at that point. She was really cold. And after a while anyway, she was warm enough that she put her coat on, and Mom found a bag with a wooden handle, which was much more sturdy. And she continued on her way. There was nothing Mom could do about transportation, because I don't even know if we had transportation at that time. Yeah. So that was one time. I must say, in later years when I thought about it, I was really proud of her Mom, because some people wouldn't have had her in.
Yeah, to see someone in need like that, and she probably didn't even feel like coming in, obviously.
No, she didn't. She didn't know Mom, and Mom was a very shy, quiet person. I think in later years when I thought about it, I was surprised really that she did. Not that she shared with her, but that she had the nerve to go out and say, "Come in," you know.
Yeah, yeah.
But there was several little incidents like that over the years, that different things that she done.
I love that too, because like a lot of people at that time, not just your family, but people never had a lot in terms of money or things to give, but that willingness just to open your door
just to share.
And help someone.
Yeah, just to share.
And share what you had.
Yes.
And you were mentioning like before, there was no restaurants or
no,
anything to go to. You had to rely on your neighbours.
That's
you were
right.
Walking for miles by the time you made it here.
I remember one morning in particular, the coastal boat was coming in. She was supposed to be in, I think, around 7 o'clock. We never ever knew the exact time. Yeah. We knew what day, but we didn't know the exact time. So anyway, around 10 o'clock in the morning, Dad showed up with 3 men for a lunch.
What do you get 10 o'clock in the morning?
Well, poor Mom looked a little bit perturbed. But anyway, her and my sister put on the frying pan a sliced of a loaf of bread, and we had some good laying hens at the time. So we had enough to share. And we fed them that, jam and stuff, of course. You always had jam. And after about an hour, 3 parts of an hour, they had 2 or 3 cups of tea, and they were very thankful. And they left and went back to the wharf. Yeah. And just as they got on the wharf, the whistle tooted out in the bay. She always used to toot out in the bay as she'd come in and give you a warning. So that went off very well, I think.
Yeah, so it just, even 10 o'clock in the morning, it was fair game for,
Didn't matter.
For someone to invite some people into the house for a lunch.
No, they needed a lunch, and they had provided.
No turning them away.
No, my goodness, there wasn't a question of that.
I shared another nice story with me one time about a lady, and I think it was a coastal boat. She wanted, the boat was leaving like 2 o'clock in the morning, or early in the morning, probably the same time, and she didn't know a lot of people here, but she had asked if she could come over and wait. Yes. And that's a good example too of how the door is always open, and how you can rely on a neighbour, especially at that time.
She asked Dad if she could come and sit up in the rocking chair and put her children, she had 3, I think it was at the time, and put her children on the daybed and wait for the coastal boat. Of course, Dad said yes. Yeah. And she settled away with her kids after they had lunch. And around 12 o'clock, I think it was, our gate used to be there then. Yeah. We heard this terrible, terrible noise. It was running feet and shouting. And anyway, Dad got up to check on things, and she was out with a little flashlight going around the garden. The horses had got in. The horses were everywhere at that time. And she thought we had gardens in. And she was out to save our gardens. I think I would have let everyone go.
She was pretty brave.
Pretty brave,
To do
yes.
that.
So anyway, she came back in after Dad said, no, we don't have anything set in. And they settled down again. 2 o'clock in the morning, the whistle tooted out there in the bay. She gathered up her children and her boy with her flashlight and walked over to the government wharf and got on the boat. Right. Yeah, it was remarkable.
That's, you know, to think of her then, not just the act of kindness of you know, going in and sitting up and waiting for the boat that was given, but
no,
for her to come out in the middle of the night.
Oh my goodness.
Because she was worried about the gardens that you might have.
She was worried about somebody else, yeah.
A normal person wouldn't do that in the
No,
daytime.
my goodness, I wouldn't, I tell you. No, that was a really nice and thoughtful offer. Yeah.
For sure, man.
Yes.
The old house now is not quite what it was.
No,
It's still nice, like we've been saying, to come down and walk the street and remember a time when there was many people walking and horses, and
oh my goodness, horses. And
there was probably hundreds and dozens over the years on a regular basis that went in and had a glass of water or
oh
a
my
lunch or a
goodness,
cup
yes,
of tea at
certainly did.
Flory and
Yes,
Murphy.
yes, they certainly did. It's always welcome, yeah. And just in back there was a big piece of pasture land. It's all grown up now. But this was probably why the horses used to be around so much, because people would just let their horses out in the summer, of course, and they'd ramble where they wanted to, you know. But unfortunately, a lot of times they got in people's gardens.
They got in people's gardens, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Mom, I wish we could pop in for another cup of tea, you know, or a glass of water.
Be some nice mom over there waiting for you.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
Just like she did with all those people as they were walking back and forth to
Yes,
the store area.
yeah. It's not quite so busy now.
Not quite as busy now.
No, and it's a job, even now, for us to comprehend how busy it was, you know. But that's it.
Yeah, no more coastal boats.
No more coastal
No
boats.
more horses.
That was the Nonia, I think, was coming at that time when I was a girl.
But we got good memories.
Oh, wonderful memories, yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah, we got a lot of good memories.
Wonderful. We'll walk on.
Walk on, think some more. Yeah.